So before you do anything, is there a market? And can you even open in the city? Some cities, I think, are quite against Airbnb. It's like a threat in terms of lack of rental space for regular people. So you need to do your due diligence on all that. So don't listen to everything I say, but you got to do your research.
Yes. Yeah. So according to your video, you said you started in 2015, and your first property, when you say property, you just got a foot in the door by renting out a room in your home, correct?
That's right. Yeah. You really did watch my videos. Good man.
Yeah.
I just thought I find whenever you do things like this, you have well-meaning friends and relatives who kind of say, "Don't do it. It's a risk. Don't do it." But I wanted to try it, and so I rented out. I offered the one room at a discount,
Okay.
and I gave them tickets to go to a local hot springs as well.
Wow.
And I filled up May. I thought, okay, well, this is interesting. There's obviously a market. How much money it will make, I'm not sure, but obviously there is demand, because I gave away tickets to the hot springs, and sure, I discounted my room, but I think, I'm onto something. So that got me thinking, well, what if I open up more rooms and, offer the whole house, and what would that do? And then I realized I had another property as well that we weren't doing anything with that we could do. Yeah.
Oh.
So I would maybe, I don't know if I'd say start small, but I would trust the Airbnb calculator. If it says that you can make money, then I would think about it. And if it doesn't, then I would listen to that as well. Yeah. A buddy of mine's down in Shikoku, and he was wondering about it. And it basically told him, the app told him that it wasn't such a good market. So, the other thing you can do is you definitely do the app thing, plug in your address, see if it's good. Also, check out the competition. Check out the other Airbnbs in your area. Are they making money? Yeah. Are they booked? You can check their calendar. You can go on, like you're going to travel to your area. Yeah. Check the calendar and see if it's booked up.
As part of my research for the last maybe 4 or 5 years or 6 years, I hardly ever stay at a hotel. So I stay at Airbnb.
Okay.
I do some research, take some photos, and try to imagine what it would be like as a host.
Yeah.
What makes a stay pleasurable, or what makes it easy to check in, those type of aspects.
Right.
I've never really had a bad experience.
Good.
I tried staying when I was in Santa Barbara. I tried staying in a room in an apartment where the owner was there also.
Oh, okay.
So, his kitchen and his cupboards, everything was there.
Right.
I was only there for maybe 2 or 3 days, but I just wanted to see what it would be like if you had a room in your house and you wanted to just rent it out.
Sure.
So it was a good experience. It's kind of nice to have a chance to talk to someone who's a local. Yeah. And of course, you can get information on Google about what coffee shops or restaurants and X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But it was just kind of nice to come back sometimes and have a casual chit chat with a local. You know? So you still have your privacy when you don't want to chit chat. You just go back into your room, and whatnot. So that was a very good experience. So basically, what you're saying is that you rented out the one room in your place so you could experience or get to some kind of profit quite quickly because it was just a room in your house.
Quite quickly. I'm just sort of thinking, did we have a profit quite quickly? I don't know if we had a profit quite quickly. We spent a lot of money to reform our house that my 3 children and our family had used for 20 years or so at that point. So it was an older house. It was a really nice house. I mean, it is a nice house, but yeah, we needed to things we gotten used to, like the shower had broken very quickly after we moved in, and we just dealt with it. We didn't really worry about it. But as a friend of mine pointed out, you can't rent this place with a broken shower. You got to get that fixed. So yeah, we did. There were lots of little things we had to fix. So I don't know if we turned a profit for a while. Yeah, maybe it took a year or two. But I didn't worry about it so much because we were reforming our property.
Yeah.
It was, the money was going into what we owned, and it felt good to fix up our house. I would say now I'm slowly making money, and I have done over the years. But during the pandemic, it's been tough. It's been terrible, frankly. Yeah, it's been really tough. But and then Japan's being very conservative about opening up. But the latest news is that we're probably going to open up more and more. And the great news, if you were going to think about doing this in Japan, and if you were willing to go through the process, Japan years ago was committed to getting 10 million tourists a year. And I kind of laughed at that news. I thought, yeah, right. But they did it. And then 20 million, and I think they did that. For the Olympics, they were anticipating 30 million, but then COVID went down. So, but I think they would have hit it. Now they're determined to get to 60 million tourists by 2030. And I think they're very serious about this because it's part of their grand economic plan. So if you can somehow get in on the action, whether it be renting, a unit, or Airbnb also offers Airbnb experiences. You could, offer a tour. You can offer the whole gamut of things.
Karaoke,
biking. Yeah, whatever, you name it. Tennis lessons. I don't know, whatever you want. Yeah, want to do. Basketball. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. One of my friends, she does yoga. She does yoga lessons, or she was doing yoga lessons, and she was doing ghost stories in her town. Yeah. And some people are doing stuff it's totally online. Others are doing it in person. And back to what you were saying about hosting, I've done both. I've done the situation you talked about where you're in the building and you're in the house, and